Now, the world has been watching Iran because of what it has been quietly working on underground, uranium. And the question is, how much does Iran have? How close is it to a bomb? To understand that, we first need to understand what uranium actually is. Uranium is a naturally occurring metal. It is found in the Earth's crust. On its own, it's not a weapon, it's just a rock. But when you refine it through a process called enrichment, you start unlocking enormous amounts of energy. That energy can power a city. Or, if you push it far enough, it can level one. That's the double edge of uranium. The same material that fuels a nuclear power plant can, with enough processing, fuel a nuclear bomb. And that's exactly why Iran is being watched so closely. Next question, where is Iran's uranium? Now, Iran does not keep its uranium in one place. It is spread across several facilities, most of them underground, deliberately buried to survive airstrikes. The main site is Natanz, a sprawling complex about 220 kilometers south of Tehran. This is where Iran has installed thousands of centrifuges, machines that spin uranium gas at incredible speeds to concentrate its most powerful form. Then there's Fordo, carved deep into a mountain, designed specifically to be difficult to destroy. And then Isfahan. It's a conversion and fuel site. This became very significant in June 2025. Why? Because satellite images appear to show Iran moving large containers of enriched uranium there. This was just days before Israeli and American airstrikes hit the other facilities. To this day, the UN nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, says it does not know exactly where Iran's uranium is. Next question then, how much uranium does Iran have? As of June 2025, just before the strikes, Iran's total enriched uranium stockpile was nearly 10,000 kilograms. Let me put that into perspective for you. Under the 2015 nuclear deal, Iran was only allowed to keep 202 kilograms. It blew past that limit years ago. But not all uranium is equal. The danger isn't just how much Iran has, it is how refined that uranium is. So now, what is enriched uranium? Think of enrichment like coffee. Natural uranium is like a raw coffee bean. Potential energy, but not yet usable. Low enriched uranium, refined to around 3 to 4%, is what powers nuclear reactors. It keeps the lights on. Get to 20% and you are in research reactor territory. But push past that, now that's a very different conversation. At 90%, you have weapons-grade uranium, the kind that goes into a nuclear bomb. So the question becomes, how close is Iran to 90%? Iran's stockpile as of June 2025 looked like this. Nearly 6,000 kilograms enriched to 5%. About 184 kilograms was at 20%, basically research level. And then the number that alarmed weapons experts, 440.9 kilograms, enriched to 60%. That is what rang the alarm bells. But why is that a big deal? Here's the thing, about 60% enrichment. There is no civilian use for it. Nuclear power plants don't need it. Research reactors don't need it. It has only one practical application, and that is to further upgrade it to weapons grade. Iran is the only country in the world without nuclear weapons that has ever produced uranium at this level. How many nuclear weapons could this make? The IAEA defines this as a significant quantity of nuclear material. Let me explain. To manufacture one nuclear warhead, roughly 25 kilograms of uranium is sufficient. Iran's 440 kilograms of 60% enriched uranium, once further processed to 90%, which is what is required for a nuclear weapon, would yield enough material for approximately 9 to 12 nuclear weapons. 9 to 12. And the timeline to get there? According to a May 2025 US Defense Intelligence Agency assessment, Iran would need less than a week to produce enough weapons-grade uranium for a single bomb. It's important to note, Israel has been saying that Iran is only weeks away or days away from 90% since 2012 at least. So the question the world is still trying to answer is, what does Iran intend to do with it?